Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for a Wednesday night super stream. Have a look at the ticker across the bottom there. We have a fair few games, a couple in the Premier League and 4 or 5 in the Championship, all at varying kickoff time. So I'm coming in now at half-time in the Norwich-Bristol City game. That is just ended the first half and the players are going off. So we will have a look. We'll have that on the screen in the second half and we'll do a kind of super stream deal on all the others. So with that being said, if you are watching a game, can you let me know in the comments who you are watching? Because we have all of those 7 p.m.s there about to kick off. Let's just set things up before I do my plugs and everything. So there are our fixtures. And let's just run over last night. So it was Derby 1, Bournemouth 0. Big result for Derby. Bournemouth slipping slightly. Reading, excellent 3-0 over Coventry. That pops them, I think, above Bournemouth as well, doesn't it? Excellent work from Reading. Swansea was postponed, but they hold second. But there are implications tonight with Norwich winning. Now they're going to be moving further clear. Sheffield Wednesday, Wycombe was postponed down at the bottom there. Bad day for both of them, with both Derby and Rotherham scoring points, particularly the Derby win. There is Rotherham. It was Rotherham 3, Stoke 3. Great game. Unhelpful draw, maybe, but Rotherham 4 points in 2 will prefer that rather than Stoke, who I think is something like 1 win in 8. And the game I was at, you can check my match experience vlog over elsewhere on the channel. Do it after you've watched this stream, though. Was Watford 1, Barnsley 0. Watford, imperious home form continues. They move up to third. So tonight we have the early kickoff is Norwich 1, Bristol City 0. Jordan Hugill scored towards, well, you can see up there, 36. So towards-ish the end of the half. We'll look at the live league table, but Norwich just, is it going to turn into a procession? That's the way it's going at the moment. They move from strength to strength. And then the return of Brentford, they are a couple of games behind. They play Luton, 7-0 Claxon from last season, of course. Luton, big win for them at Bournemouth. Mitigating factor at the weekend, red card for Lerma overturned. QPR visit Cardiff, and that's actually turned into an interesting clash now. If you look at how the bottom of the table has squidged up a little bit, and Cardiff are next in line to be sucked down as everything Constantine, as if they don't sort their form out. Huddersfield versus Millwall, again, similar issues with the tide rising at the bottom of the table. Forest, Middlesbrough. Forest are one of the teams responsible for that tide rising with their good form. Middlesbrough are going to want to get back to winning ways after a COVID break and a slightly surprising home defeat to Birmingham. And then at 7:45, speaking of Birmingham, they play Preston. We may well not live to see the second half of that one because all of the 7 o'clocks will be done at that point. But we will follow for sure the first half. We'll have a look and we'll say hello in the chat in a minute. Let me just do my plugs. My paying sponsors here need their shout outs. And that in our super stream is our friend David, a Watford fan, will be a happy chappy after last night. His team moving well, especially at home. David is our fan sponsor of the super streams, founded the channel, happy to support great content. And Jason, thank you for jumping on. We have another fan sponsor now, which is really, really great for the channel. I'll just take that ticker off at the moment and say you can super chat at any point in the broadcast. And as ever, in juvenile but entertaining fashion, the first super chat of each broadcast becomes king of the bin and owns the fake news sponsorship, the fake news sin bin. They get charge of that. Although there's something going on in America at the moment with reference to our friend and the fake news sin bin. But there you go. The legend lives on, doesn't it? In our bin. You can subscribe over on Patreon. Go and check that out afterwards. Best way to support the channel, and the easiest, most freest way to support the channel is to just hit the thumbs up here on YouTube. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and comment. We need your knowledge. We need your insight. With all of that being said, let's get the proper Superstream ticker up there. Let's just quickly check in on the comments and say some highs. There we go. James is going to be the king of the bin. James will be a happy chappy with that Norwich goal as the procession continues. Thank you, sir. And we can drink to you tonight, James. There's some Chilean Merlot from 2019. Luis Felipe Edwards. Didn't he used to play for West Ham? Luis Felipe. But thank you very much, James. Thanks for all your work you're doing this season. I'd be lost without you. Thank you very, very much. And if anyone goes in the sin bin, we are giving James a shout out. Let's quickly shout out Dallas over in the US, hoping for a Birmingham win. Richard is hoping for a Luton win. QPR Forever is hoping for a QPR win. James was here ahead of time. In fact, we just have a look at showing this Jordan Hugel header here. Quality bit of play by Max Aarons, not just lobbing it in the box. Brilliant cross by Cantwell. And then Hugel, he gets up. He just has to guide a really, really good cross into the corner and Norwich lead. Hi to Liam. Hi to Leeds 2021. Carl, Mr. E. Waters starts for Cardiff. Does he indeed? Interesting. Noah is here, a former king of the bin. Well done, Noah. Joel. Evening, Noel. Tough game for Blues. He wants a Birmingham win. Gazza is watching Millwall through his fingers like this. And here is obviously watching Bristol City. JY67 been watching Norwich playing very well, deservedly ahead. Just as I was setting up, I've had it on, and it looks pretty dominant from what I've seen. Dean Holden, you can just see pictured there having a yell at the referee there. We have a goal already. Do we have a bet on Bits? I don't know if he sent me anything. I'll check in my WhatsApps really, really quickly. Bits, is there a Bits bet tonight? I'm behind. As you probably told earlier, I was all over the place, but there we go. Charlie is here. Excellent. Our WatchAlong sponsor there. He'll be happy with the Reading victory last night. And it says, not laid a glove on Norwich, just hoping something happens. Welsh pumping long balls to Martin and J. Jew. Arthur is expecting 3-0 to the Bees. Excellent. MJ's watching Villa, which is our dearly departed team. Excellent. We've got it all covered, haven't we? And unbelievable scenes. We can open the fake news sin bin straight away. Let's do it, everybody. Let's do it. Here it comes. Mini Toon, who I think went in about 20 times the other day, is going into the fake news sin bin. Away he goes, and congratulations to him yet again getting in the fake news sin bin. And James, thank you so much. He is today king of the bin. And we have a bet on actually, Bits, do we? 15 goals across all championship games. How many is that per game? 1, 2, 3, 4. My ticker's going too slow. Not this ticker, but my ticker along the bottom. Right. Speaking of going too slow, that would summarise my attempt to look at the teams so far in these games. Let's bang through this really quickly. There are your Norwich and Bristol City teams. Norwich looking strong as ever there. Krul, Aarons, Hanley, Gibson, Sorensen. The Greek fullback, whose name I'll work on as we go and not mention, will likely slot in there in the next 4 or 5 games, you'd think. McLean and Skip. McLean looks like he's playing well tonight. Cantwell, Vrancic, Buendia, Hugel, Bish Bash Bosch, who needs Pookie. For Bristol City, Bentley in goal, Hunt, Callis, Mawson, Rowe. Good. They've got Mawson and Callis back as a partnership. Really want to develop that now. Adelakin, Viner in midfield, yes. Naj and Palmer back in the team. Martin and Jeju up top. Let's have a quick look at the other games. Let's have a look at the 7 o'clock kickoffs, of which there were 4. And Brentford versus Luton. Remember, Pontus Jansson is out for a fair while now. I think the Brentford tweet said something by the nature of he'll be available for the running or something like that. So Brentford are going to get used to no Pontus Jansson. Raya in goal, Dalsgaard, Pinnock, Sørensen and Henry. Janelt, Jensen, Godos. They're still easing Norgard back in, aren't they? And Buemo, Tony, Kanyos there. Remember, Godos has signed full time. Now, how fit are those Brentford lads? Well, we'll find out. They're either very rested or they're very rusty. We'll see. There is your Luton team. Sluga, Bree, Lockyer, Bradley, Potts, Berry and Panzu Moncur, Dewsbury Hall, who's getting rave reviews now, Collins and Cornick. Difficult one, but we really don't know the fitness of that Brentford squad. Like I say, best case scenario, they're really fresh. Worst case scenario, they're really rusty. We'll find out in short order, and Luton will make them work. Believe you me, and we've already heard a debut for Max Watters, just signed from Crawley, 13 goals in 15 games in League Two, and he gets a go straight in from Neil Harris. Not a Hail Mary, is it? Harris under pressure. Oh, look, Perry Ng starts as well. So 2 new signings in there for Cardiff. Smithies and G, Morrison, Nelson, Bennett, Bakuna, Volks, Rolls, Watters, Moore, Wilson. New look Cardiff team. They need it. For QPR, well, the same shape, but conspicuous in his absence is Brighter Eye Samuel, who has now signed the pre-contract agreement to go to Turkey at the end of the season. And we wonder whether a deal will be done in the meantime to get him there a little bit earlier. Dieng in goal, Dickie Cameron Barbe, Kane Hammerlinen comes in at left wing back where Bright Samuel was playing. Willock starts now. And I've heard Rangers fans say it, well, get him on the pitch now. If Samuel's off, then work on Willock. Chair, Bull, Dykes and Austin up top. Austin, we are hoping, if you're of a QPR persuasion, but just because we're nice people, we're hoping that the arrival of Austin wakes Dykes up and wakes QPR up a little bit. Moving on, we're coming up to the second half of the Norwich game, so we'll take a good look at that. We have got Huddersfield and Millwall, where we see, and it's a big welcome back to Richard Keogh to the Championship. He's played at MK. It did feel like a step down after that injury. He's got his fitness back, and he is back into the Championship. Schofield, Keogh, Vallejo and Sarr is a new look sort of back three. Vallejo came in the last game. Pippa and Toffolo captain. O'Brien, Bakuna, Aarons, Campbell, Ward gets a start, a bit of a rare one. For Millwall, Bialkowski in goal, Williams, Hutchison, Cooper, McNamara, Thompson at wing. No, Malone will be playing at wing back. Woods, Leonard, I don't know, pass. Thompson wide, front left. I don't know. Wallace front right, and John Daddy up top. Quick, as they're going to kick off for the second half at Norwich. Let's just have a look at the Forest and Borough line-ups. You'd imagine two old hands there, probably keeping everything fairly solid. Yeah, Samba, Christie, Worrell, McKenna, Ribeiro, Sal and Yates, Mighton, Cafu, Emiobi, Graben up top for Borough. Bettinelli, Jykesteel, Fry, McNair, Boller, Saville, Morsey, Howson, Watmore, Asomba, Longa, Tavernier up top. Can we catch the Birmingham Preston teams? Have SofaScore got there yet? Let's have a look. Looks like they might have. Oh, yes, they have. Lovely. There is your Birmingham team. Has that Birmingham signing gone through that I got told about earlier today that we think is happening? Do we know about that Birmingham signing? I don't break any confidence. I assume it's gone through. Etheridge, Collins, San Jose, Dean and Friend, Sunjic and Keefton Bell, Sancic, Terrell, Bella, Hogan, brother up top for Preston, Everson, Potts, Huntington, Davis Hughes, Brown, White Man. He's going to be a fixture in that team now, isn't he? Mollenby, Ledson, Sinclair, and Reese up top. Right, the players are coming out. Let me just check out for our dearly departed show. We'll just see what the Aston Villa team looks like after their big COVID break. They are level away at Manchester City, and Ross Barkley returns. Good news for Villa there. Martinez, Cash Konza Ming's target, Louise McGinn. Thanks a lot, SofaScore, for resetting there. You mugged me right off there. Traore, Barkley, Grealish, Watkins, Villa back to full strength. For Manchester City, weep as if you're an opponent as you read these names. Edison, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Cancelo, Gundogan, Rodri, De Bruyne, Sterling, De Silva, Foden. Just laughable amount of quality there. Right, let's bring up the championship and we'll watch along the Norwich and Bristol City second half. Norwich lead 1-0. There is your live league table. Norwich's dominance continues. That they're going 7 points clear. Brentford can close. They have kicked off up to 44 points, but Norwich way out in front. Here's Nige on the edge of the box, looking to poke it through to Palmer. Palmer wins it off Aaron's. Martin crosses it in, and it is headed away by Gibson. Adelakan shepherds it out for the throw-in on the right-hand side. All hail the Bloom. All hail Sir Benjamin Bloom. Thank you. We know where our bread's buttered. Lee's eating his roast potatoes and a Yorkshire puds today. Lee. Watters has gone from playing with lads part-time to Harry Wilson, who's contracted to Liverpool. Sensational. Walker off injured in the first half. Maybe that will work into Villa's favour for our dearly departed. So let me know what is going on in the game you are watching. We did have a fair old split. Have we got people watching all the games? Is anyone watching Brentford and Luton? We know we'll have a couple of QPR. We'll always have Millwall, and there's normally some Forest, isn't there? Anyone watching Brentford and Luton for us? Do let me know in the chat and do keep us updated. So we are into the second half at Carrow Road where Norwich lead, and the rest of those 4 games ticking across the bottom are in the, opening seconds. Really, Manchester City and Villa are into the second half too. It was first half stoppage. So I don't know if I saw that. Okay, let's try and pick up the flow of this Norwich game. There is Viner, who I've not seen play in midfield. Only seen him play centre-back. He draws a foul for Bristol City. Norwich, when scoring first, says Sky. 13 wins, 2 draws, no defeats. That doesn't bode well for Bristol City. Does it indeed? Have I got enough battery on this aging phone? How long do you guys keep a phone for before you trade it in? Free kick into the box for Bristol City. I think it was Mawson up at the back post. Was it Callis? Wins the header. Recycled. Adelakan. Buendia takes that off him, and a big punt forward by McLean that goes out of play. Bit of territory for Bristol City. Will not do them any harm at the start of the second half. Villa defended brilliantly in the first half. The 0 probably says that, MJ. Man City in such good form at the moment. Excellent. Ben is watching Brentford and Luton. Keep us posted. What's going on, Birmingham? Unchanged. Thanks for ruining my evening by reminding me. Hey, give me back-to-back wins. Oh, Christ, Charlie. Watching from a heart monitor going beep, beep. Everybody in the chat sends you their love. Get the challenge up, Bits. Have you messaged me something? I should have known about this. I've got no message, but there you go. We messed up the challenge last time, didn't we? What else have we got in here? Scrape a goal, and then this game will be interesting, says Anir. Yeah. Where's it coming from, though? is the worry. 3 years on the phone front. Thoughts on Swansea signing Hurahan? We'll do a transfer update tomorrow. Some really good ones to talk about too. Oh Christ! I'll find it at some. Wow, we have a start, and who's rumbled me there? Josh is ahead of the game there. We have a goal for Millwall, so I'm gonna flip the channel on my TV, which normally results in keep an eye on Norwich and Bristol City, which normally results in me faffing about and messing everything up, which I kind of have done there. We'll come back to that game when we've taken a look. That early goal for Millwall, Scott Malone has scored in 4 minutes at Huddersfield, who are decent at home. I know they lost their last game, but I think it's 5 straight wins before then. Malone is the Bergsy Malone is the first scorer in our 7 p.m. kickoffs. And for some reason, I've given the goal to Middlesbrough because it said MI. Let's change that and we'll actually give it to Millwall, who actually scored it. Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Hey, have we got it? I think we have got it. And hopefully we will get to see that on Sky Sports News imminently. Keep an eye on Norwich and Bristol City. Guys, lovely cross by McNamara, says Gaza. Are we going to see it, or was I too late changing over? Didn't Malone used to play for Huddersfield? He certainly did, didn't he? He went up from Fulham. Here we go. Here is Chris Kamara to talk us through this goal at Huddersfield. Come on, Chris, stop talking and show us. Ball to the back post. Malone, it's a lovely finish, actually. Curls it in with the left foot in off the far post. Scott Malone scoring against his former club, as people tend to do. Right, let's head back to Carrow Road. And if only there was just a back button. Maybe there is a back button on this remote and I could just flip between the two. In fact, there might be, actually. I'm such a Luddite with this TV. Yellow cards. Indeed. Nice. Here come Norwich. Hugill. Oh, nice cross to the back post. Nobody there. How was it speaking to Ishmael? Yes. Check that out on my channel. Managed to get questioning for Ishmael and Xisco last night. Ishmael, very impressive, imposing looking chat. Xisco was struggling a little bit more with the language. So because my question was very nerdy, had to go through his interpreter. But check out the review on that one. And yeah, you'll see me chewing the fat. Right, bet one in the new challenge. What is it, Bits? 15 plus goals in the combined match totals Wednesday the 20th. Right, so we need 15 goals and we have 3 already. Lovely stuff. Did I see the Coventry second yellow? Did I think it was a foul? Yes, that did look like a foul to me. I didn't see any complaints about that anywhere. Norwich force a corner there. Vrancic trying to turn. And I think it was Viner just pops it out of play. Great question from Blow. Will Bournemouth be like Reading? You answer that in the chat. Will Bournemouth be able to recover? Todd Cantwell is chuntering away to the referee. Who is our referee in this game? Todd Cantwell's come into the team and looked really good, actually. I think they just look a bit better balanced with him in there. Not that they look badly balanced beforehand. Corner recycled. Here is Buendia. Clips that one in. Oh, Hanley was there, headed away. The referee is James Linnington. When I forget that, remind me. Referee Linnington in situ. One-way traffic so far, says the Brentford Twitter in their game. I don't know if anybody watching would indeed concur with that. We'll leave the live league table up on the split screen, ready to go. David says, I don't get it. 3 midfielders out to make space. We've signed a young midfielder on loan from West Brom. Indeed, we hardly used the last one. We're talking about Lecco was the last one. And has that gone through yet, Harper? Am I allowed to say that? Here is Buendia, a nice little back heel there. Have I put the Millwall goal up? Yes, I have. No, we've got 3 goals down here. 1 at Norwich. Or is it only 2? 1 at Millwall. No, you're right. It is only 2. I beg your pardon, my friend. Ben, they're going to do a BBC Amazon Sky Sports and BT again at the... I don't know what that means. Brentford looking strong already. 4 shots let off so far. Do they look fit, Hal? Do they look like they're at it after that long break? Just doing my job right. The job of pedantry, which we need. Well, it's either right or it's wrong. Hey, Hugo. Oh, surely Branchich with the follow-up. No, here's Buendia and the ball has gone dead. If that was onside, that was a hell of a chance. Was it the follow-up that was offside? Let's have a look here. No, Hugo was offside. Should have scored. Header, middle of the goal, 6 yards out. Good save by Bentley, but he was indeed offside. William, transfer update tomorrow. So I'll keep my powder dry. Thank you, Mr. E. James Linnington from the Isle of Wight. Most famous person from the Isle of Wight is probably Mark King from level 42. Headed back by Hanley to Cruel. Max Aarons is becoming a master of diving. Always seems to go his way, but I can see it coming back to bite him. Have you seen Luke Ayling play? What they say on the Leeds podcast I sometimes listen to, the Ayling flop. There we go. Hugo was offside. Yes, indeed, he was. Should have scored, though, shouldn't he, chappers? Got to take those chances, especially when you have... well, look, let's be honest. Hugo could score 5 goals in this game and Pookie will still come back into the team when he's fit. So it is what it is. Nice little clip to the back post and Bristol City have won themselves a corner. I just missed a substitution. It was Semenyo has come on for Adelakin. It's a corner for Bristol City. So chance for Mawson and Callas to come forward. Chris Martin's always been good in the air, playing against his former team tonight. 57 gone in this one. Obviously, 4 other games going on. Corner coming in from the right wing, left-footed, swung near post. Hugo does his job. He's the spare man on the near post, heads it out. It's going to be another corner for Bristol City. She's going to be another in-swinger with the left foot from Rowe, I believe that is. In it comes. Krill's going to get that. Nice punch by Krill. A bit of a heavy touch on the edge of the box. Can they recycle this? Nice ball down the line. Brentford have taken the lead. Fitting in with what Hal had said, and the Brentford Twitter had said they'd started well. Excellent press by Buendia there. And they are going to have to go all the way home, Bristol City. And Dan Bentley has got it. I'm going to flip over and we're going to try and see this Brentford goal. Actually, I was going to try pressing back, wasn't I? Does that work? Does absolutely nothing. Dear oh me. Anyone know how to use one of these? Because I sure as hell don't. Right, let's head over to the Gillette show. Oh, for God's sake. Every time. Pathetic. Right, TV guide favourites. If I say it out loud, I'll get it right. And we'll hopefully be able to see that Brentford goal. I'm going to have to watch it on a mini screen here. And Buemo down the right. Nice little back heel. Crossed in from the right-hand side. Big header there in the centre. I didn't quite catch who that was. I think it was Sergi Canos, actually. Let's have a look. No, Godos. I didn't think Godos was starting in this one. Evidently, he's playing and he's scored as well. So 1-0 to Brentford on the 14th minute. Saman Godos is the goal scorer. And we'll go to the live league table, actually, because that may be an issue for Bournemouth fans, that goal. Maybe an issue for Reading fans as well. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Brentford win. They are moving up to 3rd position. Did Godos start that game, or am I just being thick? Oh, there is a penalty at Huddersfield. Huddersfield have a penalty. We may be able to see this one live. No, Godos started in a deeper midfield. Penalty for Huddersfield. They're a goal down against Millwall. Millwall could be surrendering that lead very, very early. We'll keep an eye on that. I suspect my phone will tell us before soccer, whatever you'd call it, Gillette, soccer, Sky Sports, news. And we'll see what happens there. They're staying with Matt Murray, talking about Manchester City and Villa. Gillette show, that'll be a close shave. I could do one of those, couldn't I? Tangle of feet with Ben Thompson. I wanted to read Chris's comment. Middlesbrough have taken the lead. It is all go. Following a clear corner from the right, and finds the left wing back in the area. Nobody has the slightest idea what's going on, especially Huddersfield. So Middlesbrough have the lead. We're still waiting for the penalty for Huddersfield. Britta Sombalonga has scored. It must have been missed because I'm not getting a notification. Gaza tells us, yes, it has been missed. Sombalonga has scored for Middlesbrough at Forest, so against his former club there. We're going to see that. This is far busier than it was on Saturday, where goals were at a premium. Let's have a look at this for Warnock and Borough. Inside right, low cross. Classic Sombalonga there. Loses his man. Huge appeal for offside, but Sombalonga sticks it in, and it looks as though the goal stands. Anybody watching that game can fill us in on the offside potential status of that, or is it just the defender in the wrong position with his arm in the air trying to cover his own inept positioning? Right, a little slew of goals there, 2 in the 14th minute and a missed penalty. We'll hang around and see if we can see that hitting the crossbar. Clumsy barge, says Chris, but Campbell's penalty hits the bar. Richard Keogh joins Huddersfield. They are losing. MK Dons won yesterday. Results not going Alistair's way from a Reading point of view, but hey, having a great season. So it was O'Brien who went down for the penalty. And Fraser Campbell, right-footed, and goes to the keeper, Bialkowski's right, hits the crossbar. Big let-off there for Millwall in that one, and they hold on to their lead. De Bruyne replaced by Jesus. Looks uncomfortable coming off. Yeah, he doesn't often get the hook, does he? Would love to see Cambridge get promoted this season. Looks promising so far. My local team, Cambridge, are top of Division 2. Yeah, nice. Cambridge had some great teams. Remember Dion Dublin and Steve Claridge and Gary Rowett and that team? They were battling against Ipswich under John Lyle. Nearly got into the first Premier League, didn't they? Cambridge, sensational stuff. Right, let's go back to the Norwich game and see what's going on there. Right, come on, Ben, you can do it. Home, TV guide, favourites, Sky Sports main event. There we go. If I say it out loud, oof, Buendia just swings one around the post there, left-footed. That's what I came back to. Looked close. Owen, with the caveat of having a Forest badge as his avatar, says the Borough goal was offside. One of the Forest defenders seemed rather convinced that was the case too. So, looking at the ticker there, 0-0 for Villa, the dearly departed. Fulham also dearly departed. Kick off at 8:15 against Manchester United, who I assume can go back to the top of the Premier League. Norwich, who are at the top of the Championship, are leading 1-0 against Bristol City. Cardiff 0, Rangers 0. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. Malone, but Campbell missed penalty across to the back post for Bristol City. That's no good. In fact, it's gone out for a throw-in. And Brentford 1, Luton 0. Saman Godos, decent head of that. Bullet 1 in there. Cardiff 0, Rangers 0. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. Forest 0, Borough 1. Assombalonga against his old club. Birmingham and Preston kick off at 7:45. Cantwell is fouled by Martin. Honest opinion, our next 4 games are Preston away, Bournemouth home, Stoke away, Borough. If we win like 3 of them, if you win 3 of them, absolutely. 7 points from that, like you'd be well happy with, wouldn't you? So yeah, God, anything towards the 8 points and the magic 2 points per game, you will take, especially given you've got a Bournemouth in there and then a Stoke away. The Bournemouth one's a big one, isn't it? That's going to be a watch along on the channel. I think Friday week we will be doing that. Reading Bournemouth is going to be a really revealing game for both teams there. Actually, give me your views in the comments. Are Bournemouth falling off and are Reading staying up there? Aaron's great feet into the box. Drives it, big deflection, good save by Bentley and hooked clear. Are Bournemouth falling off and are Reading staying put in the playoff position, especially with Lucas João on brilliant form? Right, Norwich have it in the centre-back position. Skip, who invented the skip? Picks it up deep. Buendia. Quality from Buendia. Brilliant pass. Switch of play all the way out to Sørensen, the left back. Brings it in on his right foot. Sørensen beats his man. Good play by him, and it's cleared. Norwich looking very dangerous there. Just one pass, bypassing everyone, and then Sørensen beating his man. Really poor from Semenyo there, giving the ball away straight back to Norwich. Skip plays it to Buendia. Buendia inside right. Cantwell. Cantwell tries an ambitious pass to get Aarons in. Buendia recycles. Strong from Buendia. Thought he might have been fouled then, but not given. And here comes Naj. A nice little ball inside, looking for Martin, and McLean fouls Martin there. Martin has done that all his career, got his body in the way and gone down when there's contact. It is an art form. Oliver says, I think Bournemouth will be massive, happy with a point. Hey, why not win that one? Why not win that one? Bournemouth have lost their last 2. It's a big head-to-head. I think Bournemouth could have walked the lead if they didn't play such negative formations for top players in that team. We're doing well, really can't judge Bournemouth. Carl says both will full. Charlie says, I think Reading are looking better with Swift and João. What a goal by Swift yesterday. Worried about a little death. Pedro Mendes of Sporting has been heavily linked. Jeju, their heads, well, from way out, would have had to been a heck of a header to score from there. Mitro on the bench. Jeff says, come on, ref, blow up. I'm fine with that. Well, Jeff, it's 1-0. You never know. Dodgy decision, ball into the box, a set play, a mistake, anything, and you are back in the game. What we'll say about Norwich, they are masters of winning tight games. They've won a lot of them 2-1, so there has been goals for their opponents. And yes, Bobby Moore did 100% invent the skip. Of course he did. Tremendous stuff. Krull with the clearance. 68 gone in this one. And out it goes. Dean Holden throws it to Hunt, the right wing back. Sky gives us a close-up of Naki Wells, who, of course, had that hopeless penalty miss in the return game. Here, poked forward by Skip. Vrancic, big tackle there by Callis. If he timed that one wrong, he was off, wasn't he? That's the thing with slide tackles nowadays. You're only a millisecond away from a red card on any slide tackle, aren't you? basically now, if you make a slide tackle and you make contact with the opponent, you're in trouble, aren't you? That is just the way it is. 69 gone in this one. Daniel Farker chirping away at the fourth official. Norwich are a very good side, but their bench is one of the chirpier benches you'll ever see when it comes to chatting to the fourth official, let's just say. Headed away by Bristol City, and Martin holds it up well. Here's Palmer. They're on transition here. Lots of Norwich players back. Yeah, Palmer just takes that too long. Viner's picked it up. He plays it out wide to Semenyo, right-hand side of the box. Semenyo inside to Viner, edge of the box. Back out wide. Good build-up by Bristol City. Hunt, nice cross in. Good header away by Hanley. And Buendia, who can play like every position, can't he? Sweeps it up in the right-back position. They refuse to hoof it clear, Norwich. In the end, they have to. And Krul makes a bit of a mess of it. Hugel strong there, just levers Narge off the ball. And here comes Hugel down the right-hand side. And the game slows down a little bit after that good Bristol City attacking phase there. Didn't force an effort on goal, although did they? I thought KP invented skips. Kevin Peterson clipped into the box. McLean near post brings it down. Back out wide it goes to Sorensen. He stands up his man, who's Mawson. McLean is over there helping out on the left wing. McLean tries to get it across. And I think he's won a corner off of Viner. I hope Thomas does well. If you're very quick and determined, all he lacks is finishing. I hope he does well too. Yeah. You just worry about Ipswich, a couple of signings. Yeah, Alistair says opinions. I like them both, Harrop and Thomas, but yeah, our thinking and our pattern of play has been less than joined up. So hopefully they can, they can let their status as good players do the work, because they're not coming into a massively efficient team. Big cross to the back post. McLean recycles it. Aarons has it. Aarons dribbles into the box. Cantwell low shot. I think Cantwell thought he was offside. Looks around at the linesman. And it's a throw-in for Norwich. Notice you get the Ipswich-related question in on the Watford blog. Of course. I founded an Ipswich podcast. 2 birds with 1 stone there for me. I'd have been mad not to, wouldn't I, on the day Barnsley loan a player to Ipswich. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, innit, eh? Innit? Oliver says, we are 16 points better off than last season in 19th. Well, here's a question then for you Reading fans. Bearing in mind they haven't changed that many players, was it just massively underachieving last season with some good players? Because, like I say, not many have come in. What? Josh Laurent, and that's about it. Estevez, the right back, I guess. But they're all there. The rest of them last season. Ajara are on loan, of course. But maybe, see, I thought Mark Bowen did a good job, but maybe should have been higher up the table. Swans Brentford will be a massive game. Yeah, looking forward to that one. How did you be able to go to the Watford game? I have my methods. Blow. The wrong manager. I said from the start we had an assistant manager in charge. That's presumably on Bowen. There. I'm not going to read out Bits' comment there. Some tremendous S-housery from Bits in the chat there. Wells looks like he is going to come on. Whether they'll go to a front 3 or not remains to be seen. Wonder if we'll go back for Swift. Spend the money while the big income's there before the FFP really hits you hard, Lee, the Sheffield United fan there. It's broken for Norwich here. Buendia, lovely ball outside of the foot out to Sorensen. Sorensen engages his man. Clips it in left-footed. Buendia and McLean were on the near post, headed away. Semenyo, bit untidy, but wins the tackle. Oliver says, I don't think we've had the right managers. The formation was always wrong, like to play 5 at the back. Yeah, he was kind of safety first. Casey Palmer is coming off. So I think Bristol City are going to go 4-3-3, which is brave away at Norwich. But hey, there's only 15 to go in this one. So this could be open. And if they get too narrow here, Aarons and Sorensen will kill them down the sides, won't they? So brave move by Dean Holden. Godspeed to you, my friend. 15 left, like I say. McLean has it down the left for Norwich. He plays that one back up the line to Campwell. Skip, great control, stretches in there. Plays it wide. McLean. Good cross by McLean, and Bristol City foot wafts up in the air. I think McLean's had a good game from what I've seen of this. I've seen about an hour of it. Aaron's brilliant play into the box, low cross, and that is 2-0 to Norwich. Excellent work by Max Aarons. It deflects off the Bristol City defender there and just hits Hugel in the chest before it goes in over the line. He was in the right place at the right time, but it was an excellent bit of work by Max Aarons in the first instant. Tommy Rowe's not going to want to see this back. Was it him who got skinned? No. Was it Narky Wells? So, yeah, it was Narky Wells. I hate to say I told you so. And then, yeah, Callis puts it against Hugel, who's onside, isn't he? And it just bounces in off him. I said as soon as that sub happened, I hope they're not too narrow because Aarons and Sorensen will kill them down the sides. What's the first thing that happens? Aaron's 1v1 with Wells, skins him alive, and it's 2-0 to Norwich. And it is game over. And Norwich are going 7 points clear. Although here's a Bristol City attack. Crossed in there, and Jeju couldn't stretch on the far post. Let me just update the ticker to say that Norwich are home and hosed in this one. 2 goals from Jordan Hugel. A nice reserve striker to have and bring in on occasions like this. Placheta, the Polish player, is coming on now. Brentford Twitter says, Tony is manhandled in the box. Referee says no penalty. Mario Vrancic comes off. He will never play 90 minutes in his career, will he? It's one of those players who always gets substituted, doesn't he, or comes on as a sub. And Placheta comes on for Norwich. Just have a look at the live league table. And the Norwich procession continues, doesn't it? Look at that. 7 points clear. Swansea obviously postponed. Brentford going to tuck in, we think, if they can stay in the lead against Luton into third place. Here's Campwell down the right, beats Wells. Oh dear. Clips it in. Wells is having to do some defending in a kind of left side forward position here. And if I were Daniel Farker, I'd be telling Norwich to funnel all their attacks down that side at the moment. Here is Wells now. Poor guy, he just wants to play up front, doesn't he? Nice feet though by him. Mugs off Buendia there. And tries to switch the play. Decent enough ball to Semenyo. Let's go to your comments. Semenyo comes in off the left-hand side. What a beautiful accidental goal. Well, you have to give Aarons the credit, don't you, James, for the good dribble in the build-up, don't you? And is overly enamoured with Dean Holden there. Not Dean Holden. It is Dean Holden, isn't it? Who was the Holden that used to play for Bristol City? Was it Stuart Holden? Is he American? I can't remember. I'm getting all sorts of mixed up. I think there was a player called Stuart Holden who played for Bolton. Who was the American central midfielder they had? Is that the same guy I'm thinking of? Here come Bristol City into the box. Rowe goes down. I think he's won a corner. from Buendia, or has he? Is it a goal kick? Nothing doing there for Bristol City, who are about to have Norwich do the double on them. We're just seeing a replay of the second goal here. Player injured in the 6-yard box for the whole duration of it, in fact. But I don't know. What are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? Ola says, Norwich keeping Farker. Oh, let me just break off. Hugo, of course, is on a hat-trick now. He comes forward on the left-hand side. Knocks it back to Campwell. I hope Sheffield United keep Wilder, even when we get relegated. Well, it's worked out that way. Here is Buendia to Campwell to Sorensen. McLean, Campwell. Ooh, they nearly got Skip in there. Here comes Wells on the break. Sorry, it wasn't Skip, unless he can teleport, because he's back defending Wells there. It must have been Plachetta. Here comes Skip inside right. Aaron's outside him. Skip with Naj tracking him. Cantwell. Cantwell to Buendia. Skip, lovely ball. Buendia. Oh, nice feet. Buendia, Cantwell. This will be a hell of a goal if they score. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. Cantwell tries to find the far corner. Lovely football, leaving my bias at the door. Lovely football that from Norwich there. Cantwell nearly cheeky one into the corner. I think Bentley had it covered. To be fair, what is happening at the City Ground, says Hamza. Borough all over Forest. That's not good news if you are of a Forest persuasion. And it says, why, oh, why? I don't deserve this. Hey ho, it is what it is. Callas has it at the back for Bristol City. He's just giving it straight back to Norwich. And Manchester City have taken the lead. And the Villa, well, they'd held out for 79 minutes, Aston Villa. But Manchester City, in our dearly departed game, have taken the lead. That may do something interesting to the top of the Premier League. I know we are primarily Championship here, but we will look for our dearly departed teams. And yeah, emerging story is prior to Manchester United playing tonight, Manchester City are going top of the Premier League, if you like that sort of thing. There we go. We can bring it back to the Championship. Plachetta into the box. Buendia. Someone was offside. I think it was Plachetta. Norwich looking the more likely here if there is going to be another goal in this one. Hutch goes close from a corner. It says Gaza. Millwall still leading, surviving a penalty miss from Fraser Campbell. Scott Malone with the goal. Cantwell is so good, it makes me feel sorry for Hernandez. How will he find his way back in? No, he's not getting back in, is he? Absolutely not. Warnock will probably get Middlesbrough to a playoff. Well, not many spots left, unless we are going to get somebody fall off. Great strike for the Man City goals. Who scored? Ah, there we go, Liam. Mistake from Mings. There we go. There's your Ipswich influence in the chat. Too much time on the ball. Good finish by Silva. There are your scores ticking along the bottom there. 1-0 Manchester City Villa. Norwich 2-0 going 7 points clear. Brentford 1-0 over Luton. Brentford moving on up. Got us with the goal. Millwall could be an important win there. Winning at Huddersfield, and Borough are winning at Forest Assombalonga against his former team, of course. Naj goes 50-50 with Buendia, who is abundantly, clearly too good for this level, and well, looks like he's going to stay at least until the end of the season. If you heard the comments from Daniel Farker in that press conference, the Norwich manager yesterday, Han-Noah Masengo and Tyreek Backinson are going to come on for Bristol City. Chris Martin's going off, so it looks like Dean Holden's going to ditch the 4-3-3 and go back to the 4-4-2. So Naki Wells will likely go back up top, and Backinson comes back into the midfield. Zach Viner has gone off for Bristol City. Dean Smith sent off. My old man at old Dean Smith sent off. There we go. Not good. Over the bar from Ben Thompson in the Millwall game. 84-50 gone. Norwich just hoping to hold on to a clean sheet in this one. It's not a rare occurrence for them to win, but it's a 2-goal win is a rare one for the league leaders, Norwich. Here's Masengo to Naj to Rowe. Rowe, nice little clip out to Semenyo. And Sorensen stands him up. Nice slide tackle, though. And here come Norwich down the left. Plachetta, Campbell, Skip. Sorensen, Skip. Campbell, Skip. Great football again. Plachetta down the left. Can you find the cross here? Drills it in low, looking for Hugel, who's looking for the hat-trick. And it's gone all the way out to Aarons, who played like a right winger for the second goal to set up Jordan Hugel and really make the game safe for Norwich. Here is Buendia. Plachetta plays it all the way back up the line, and Norwich just keeping the ball here. Gibson has it at the back. Next 6 fixtures for Norwich. Strike Barnsley out of that because it's FA Cup. Borough, Millwall, Swansea, Stoke, Coventry. So one tricky week in that for Norwich. Millwall, Swansea, Stoke in consecutive games there, but they're getting to the point now where they could probably lose half of their games, and as long as they win the other half, they're 1.5 and they'll easily make it. Disappointing there, Logan. It's almost like he wants to go in. And we got a sponsor as well, haven't we? James today. So in goes Logan into the fake news sin bin. Thank you to James R in the chat, who is the sponsor of the fake news sin bin this stream. You too can get involved in this complete childish buffoonery that everyone seems to enjoy by super chat. And there it is down at the bottom. This game's all over now, isn't it? It's not much of a watch, really. Norwich just coasting along now at 2-0, just keeping the ball. Dean Holden made his attacking sub. Norwich scored a minute later, and he's then reverted back to the more tight midfield shape, and they're just trying to see it out without conceding again, I think, now. Hugel knocks it back to Campbell, who he's trying to play Aarons in. Rowe, Backinson, very ambitious ball to Masengo. And yeah, nowhere near finding its man there. Aarons doing the Aarons flop that we've heard about there. Masengo gives him a little shove and down he goes. And just when you thought Norwich didn't have a strong enough squad, here comes Kieran Dowell back into the team. Just to play the last 2 minutes, get a bit of fitness in his legs. He was supposed to be the number 10, we thought, for the Canaries this season, but been struggling with injuries. Off comes Cantwell. So you think Dowell will go and play as a number 10, experienced championship campaigner, Dowell. We all love Leeds as a new sub. Lovely. Thank you for joining us. Logan might be talking about the Man City striker. I wonder if he was. I will wholeheartedly apologise, of course. Will Crewe play in the Championship next season? Well, they've been there before, haven't they? Although they have just sold their captain and right back, haven't they? Sean Dyche. Are we talking about managers who went down and stayed with the club and got them back up? Alan Kirbishley. West Brom yo-yoed for a bit. I suspect Brian Robson did it at Borough, didn't he, as well? Relegated and then straight back up. Any chance of a watch-along for Reading versus Preston? When is that? Pass. We'll get organised soon. Some FA Cup games at the weekend as well. We'll figure it all out. I can't read that out. Someone just mentioned Onel Hernandez, the meandering Norwich City winger. He's going to come on. Didn't he used to have a decent afro? He's sporting a wholly shorter haircut now. Hugel goes off. He's not going to get the hat trick, but deputises very well for Teemu Pukki, scoring 2 goals. Ben, where are the goals? If they said they will come, they will come. Please never talk of Brian Robson. Why not, Lee? What a player he was. Promoted, then relegated, then promoted. Yeah, that would only be Sean Dyche, wouldn't it? Yeah. Interesting. Well, Kirbishley did promoted, then relegated, then promoted, of course, didn't he? In 98, 99 and 2000. Onel, great to see him back. Ben H is going on about his lucky shorts again, which must well and truly stink now, Ben H. They go on for every game, apparently. Half-time at Brentford. Hal, can you give us a summary of the first half, please? Oh, excellent. Now, Charlie is here and he can answer our question. Manchester City have just gone 2-0 up against Villa. So the dearly departed are going under in that one. Charlie, from a Bournemouth point of view, how worried are you about this drop-off now? Oh, the most depressing period supporting the Blades. You see, when I think of Brian Robson, I think of the great England midfielder and the Middlesbrough manager. But there we go. Boo, sin bin Bournemouth. What, just the whole club? Penalty for Manchester City. Logan just wanted to go in the bin, apparently. He wasn't talking about Gabriel Jesus. Smells nice. We did light a scented candle in the fake news sin bin there. Who scored the Man City penalty if Kevin De Bruyne wasn't on? Handball from Cash. Gundogan scores from the spot. Thank you. Gaza says 2 teams struggling in the teeming rain. Very hard to turn on the pitch. He is watching Huddersfield and Millwall. Brentford made a strong start, but the Luton press improved, started to win the ball more, got the occasional shot off, looked quite even at the end of the half. Interesting. It sounds like set up for a good second half there at the Brentford Stadium. Not much happening in the game I've got on the screen here. Is there anything actually on live at 7 o'clock then? Or am I just going to have to flit over to the Gillette, whatever it is, Soccer Wednesday magazine, Sky Sports News, diddly doodah? Sounds like it's half time at Forest. So Norwich have won yet again in their procession towards promotion at the moment. 2 goals from Jordan Hugill in this one. Let's bring the live league table up and just see what that does to everything. We'll come back to your comments in just a sec. If you can give me your summaries of the first half, and we'll read them out and get a bit of chatter going on that. So there is the live league table. Norwich have 53 points. 3 points ahead of the 2 points per game standard. If you finish 3 points ahead of the 2 points per game standard, you will have 95 points. So it is at the moment a procession for Norwich, who are 7 points clear of Swansea, and they'll be very happy to be one of the teams that's played 25 games already. We're going to have, some teams are going to have a hell of a pile up of fixtures towards the end of the season. Brentford currently going to be moving into 3rd spot. They are leading against Luton. Saman Ghoddos with the goal. Borough are also leading at Forest. Going to move up to 7th. Only 3 points behind Bournemouth with a game in hand. Interesting. Looks like Birmingham and Preston, yeah, they've kicked off. So 7 minutes gone in that one. 0-0. Luton, Huddersfield losing. Cardiff are level with Rangers. You can see Millwall are going to climb up to 29 points if they can hang on to this 1-0 lead that they have at Huddersfield. Right, let's get the chat going over half time here. What are you guys saying? Let's have a look. As comfortable a win as we've had all season. Almost as comfortable as the other game against Bristol City, which was very comfy, wasn't it? I love Ollie Skip. He's absolutely boss. He's excellent, isn't he? Yeah. A very fine player. Howard Kendall. There is a manager, whiskey in hand, couple of cans, walking in a Kendall Wonderland. Nice. I've still got issues with Howard Kendall after Sheffield United beat Ipswich in the playoffs in 1997, I think. Not that I hold a grudge. I have a feeling Dean Smith is going to be angry with John Moss in his post-match interview. We'll cover that on Dearly Departed. Is that going to be tomorrow? God, I've got a lot to do. I think we're going to have to do that tomorrow. Charlie did reply. A lot of people are saying Tyndall out. It's too soon for that. I'm worried about how no one showed any fight against Derby. Also, Brooks' poor form. Interesting. Graham Jones is also a worry. Interesting. Why don't goalies just stand still for penalties now? Every penalty seems to go straight down the middle. Comment of the day. I love Ben. Did I read that one, Russ, or did someone else say that? Comfortable as winners we've had all season. Anir, from a Bristol City point of view, is loving it. Right, Charlie, good luck with your treatment, my friendy. We are all behind you here at the channel, of course. Very comfortable for Norwich. Should we just bring the numbers up there from that Norwich game, being that's the first one that's over. A 3rd straight victory. And the numbers tell us that it was a bit of a hammering, wasn't it? There you go. 63% possession, 14 shots to 3, no shots on target for Bristol City, 2 big chances to 0. A highly, highly sustainable performance without star striker Teemu Pukki today. Norwich finding the championship not very difficult this past few months. Evening, Ben. Without stating the obvious, the next goal is vital. Terriers had lots of possession, but we've had the better chances. Answer me this. Are Millwall going to hold on in the second half at Huddersfield? What do you think? Alistair, you want to go in? You want to go into the fake? Right, let's put Alistair in the fake news sin bin for saying Paul Lambert is a good manager. In he goes. See you in 5 minutes, Alistair. Into the fake news sin bin. And we thank James again, our first super chatter of the stream. You too can get involved via super chat. James is the king of the bin. And we thank him for his sponsorship and having the great honour. Let's move on. I'm not calling him that, James. Hugh Gill is doing us proud. A Pookie injury doesn't look so bad now. How many goals does he have, Hugh Gill? He must have 4 or 5, mustn't he? Chris says Millwall setup is Bart, Leonard, Hutch, Coops, McNamara and Malone, the 2 wing-backs, Woods and Williams with Thompson and Vance, John Daly. Oh, Jed Wallace is playing up top. Interesting. With 53 points on the board, I think Norwich should be safe from relegation. That's true, actually. Norwich could literally lose every single one of their remaining, whatever it is, 21 games and be fairly well clear of relegation. Shouldn't they? Scottish football next. I don't know the slightest thing about Scottish football. So we'll just keep the super stream going and talking about the championship stuff. Jack says complete Norwich domination from Norwich. Best 90 of the season. Yeah, it looked easy, didn't it? Right, bits. Now, you may do the bits bet, but you need to leave your bias at the door. We need to praise good teams, and they are a good team. And I don't have an infatuation, but you may have an issue, my friend, with me praising a team that you perhaps don't like. Tough watch at the moment, says Oliver, Huddersfield fan. Millwall have hardly had to work for this. Early goal and a missed pen as well for Huddersfield. Really poor after our great start. Looking very tired and struggling to create any tempo. Lambert in comments should be the fact. Well, no, that would be an opinion. I can't put anyone in the fake news sin bin for an honestly held opinion. But yeah, I think people want to go in, don't they? Number 1, Henners. Hi, Ben. Halftime at Town game. Early goal from Scott Malone. Unsavable. Then off the post. Lovely finish, wasn't it? I remember seeing Scott Malone play an absolute blinder for Fulham against Ipswich. Were you there for that one, Bits? I think he was up 3-1. The Ipswich fans turned really nasty at the end, as they tend to at London away games. But there you go. Hamza says, Forest really poor at the City ground. Borough should be 2 up. Interesting. Sumberlonger hit the post and deflected off Samber's head for a corner. Forest not made any clear. What's the goal onside, Hamza? There was a big appeal, and we had our friend Owen questioning it. Who invented the skip? Lively start by Millwall, says Chris, have subsequently held their own despite Huddersfield dominating possession. Leonard has done well at centre-backs. The weakness is the pedestrian double pivot of Wood and Williams. Guys in the chat, do you get the idea Chris doesn't particularly care for Ryan Woods week on week? Let's just have a look at the numbers in that Huddersfield and Millwall game to just bear out what Chris is saying. Well, he's right, isn't he? There we go. 65% possession. 5 shots to 4, though. And look, 2 big chances to 1. So there you go. It's possession, but not creating a lot. 1 shot on target. Obviously, the 1 big chance missed was a penalty kick. Goodness me. Can't believe Britt scored. Come on. It's against his old club, Stephen. Of course it was going to happen. Let me just give a Patreon plug real quick. Patreon at the moment is the difference between survival or not. So thank you for everybody who subscribed on Patreon. I am starting to get some writing work about football, which is great, and I never expected. But the Patreon really is the thing at the moment. MJ, oh yeah, Fulham Man United. I might switch across to that. That's a good idea. Alex on Millwall. We are so Jekyll and Hyde at the moment. God only knows what I'd be with. I played a gig once, Alex. It was one of my originals gigs. And the song before I went on was God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. And it was like, oh, well, thanks. Now they have to hear my stupid songs after that. Absolute beaut. There we go. Leonard playing centre. Yeah, we've heard about Ryan Leonard at centre-back. Goodness me. Huddersfield are a win or lose team. So rule out a draw tonight. Gary Rowett is a draw manager, though, isn't he? What else have we got here? Laughable officiating at the Etihad and done us tonight. What happened, Hip? Tell us what happened, my friend. I think Huddersfield have every chance of a comeback, but not if we get 2 up. At least we have a multitude of forward options to bring on. Yeah. What else have we got in here? The conditions are horrible here. Pitch. Oh, excellent. That will be Preston and Birmingham. Alistair is watching. Yeah, it's hammering it down all across the UK today, isn't it? Hard to see if the goal was offside. I would say it was poor from Worrell and Krissy. Worrell steps up after the ball is played, and Krissy maybe plays the attacker on. Yeah, good, honest assessment, Hamza. Ryan Woods is a very good player, but he doesn't suit our style of play. He'd be very good in this Huddersfield side. Yeah, true. Anir says, not a shot on target. Only 3 shots all game. Holden's tactics are negative or super inconsistent. Fan base is very toxic at the moment. I've given up on him. I've seen enough as well. Ouch. Hasn't been there... well, he has been at the club a long time, hasn't been the manager very long. I must admit, you did look more dangerous when we came to you earlier in the season. Hope things turn around. Chris says, join the club. Rowett out, Warburton out, Harris out, Karanka out, everybody out. And I won't say which other club may benefit from having a different manager. Let's just say, right, let's bring up the ticker. Again, at the bottom there, Man City. I need to change that, don't I? Because they won 2-0 because Gundogan scored a penalty. So Silva and Gundogan, the scorers in that one. Fulham and Man United are going to kick off in 10 or 12 minutes. We'll keep an eye on that while the rest of the championship games play out, and we'll flip back to look at the goals. Norwich beat Bristol City 2-0. Hugill with both of the goals there. They move 7 points clear at the top. Brentford are leading 1-0 against Luton, and the live table will tell us, if I actually have it selected, that Brentford moving into 3rd place. Look at that, 4 wins in 5 over the past 10 games. Brentford, the form team, and there's 24 points from the last 10. So that'll be 27 from 11. Very, very impressive form at the moment from Brentford. And Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. Scott Malone with the early goal in that one. Cardiff 0, QPR 0. Waters and G starting for Cardiff. The new signings today. Austin starting for QPR again. A lot riding on his shoulders. Forest 0, Middlesbrough 1. Birmingham and Preston, who have only been playing, been playing about 20 minutes now, Birmingham and Preston. They are 0-0. We're going to flit across in a bit, and we'll have a look at Fulham Man United with our dearly departed hats on, but we'll come back for all of the championship stuff. Let me know if your second half has kicked off. Alistair's back from the bin. He did almost volunteer to go in there, didn't he? Dear oh me. Who would you replace? Gary Rowett, who's Millwall fans who don't want Rowett in there. The Cowleys mightn't be a bad fit. I thought Rowett was a good fit, though. There you go. What do I know? What do I know? I like Paul Lambert. He has played at big clubs. Massive pressure. Won the Champions League, apparently, yeah. Before Morsey got carded in the 30th minute, Warnock shouted, Sam, go and ask him if he's refereeing the game, because the referee's unbelievable. Hey, Jody, serves you right for Muscat, that. Serves you right. Hey, Paul, serves you right for Muscat, that. Hey, serves you right for Muscat. So good. So good. Unbelievable scenes. Would recommend it. 5-star service in the bin. There we go. Right. Brentford has restarted. Evening to Nat. I volunteered to go in the bin and want to help James as well. You're not going in, Annie. I like you. Not sure why so many want Rowett out yet. We need to win a few games to settle the nerves, but can see what he is trying to build. Maybe a couple of signings, maybe sell Jed or Cooper to fund it. If anyone wants to go into sin bin, just say Preston are a consistent team, as that is the definition of fake news. What would you say about Kravinovic for Forest? They need an attacking centre. Well, Kravinovic is good, isn't he? You just worry about Forest bringing in any more players. Well, the squad feels so bloated. Feels like they got a whole load of people there. Amiobi, Freeman, Lolly, Arta, Cafu, Myton can all play those positions. I didn't say that, Alistair, did I? Right, okay, with that being said, and Annie's saying please, right, Annie is going in the fake news sin bin. See you in 5 minutes, Alistair. In he goes, not Alistair, Annie is in the fake news sin bin. Thank you again to James for being our sponsor of the fake news sin bin today. And of course, when you say thank you to David, the Watford fan of the channel, happy to support great content. He is the fan sponsor of our super streams. As ever, you can go and get involved over on Patreon or just DM me and we will fix it up, support the channel if you are feeling that way inclined. Makes all the difference. YouTube, of course. Hit the like button if you're in the stream. Keep your comments coming. I know you do. Hundreds, thousands every stream, which is amazing. And make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And you can, of course, super chat, but you will not be the first because that honour was taken by James today. And he became the me. I need to be slicker with that, don't I? Very poor effort at making that slick. What are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? Robert! Thank you, Sarah. Super chat to Robert. We will drink to that. Thank you for your true news. We try our best. We try our absolute best. We'll see if James might pass the king of the bin over. Have we had any hashtag end of stories? None today. Noah says should have been a red card for Cameron. Tell us what happened. What happened, Noah? Let us know. We'll miss you, Annie. He'll be back. Don't you worry. He will be back. Right, second half. There you go. James has literally abdicated the crown. Thank you, James. Robert is now the king of the bin. So if there's any buffoonery, tomfoolery, idiocy, or fake news, you're going in the fake news sin bin. And Robert is now the owner of the sponsorship of the most juvenile part of the show. MGT says, are you covering the Fulham game? Shall we? We'll flick across in a few minutes. Yes, we will look at it. And we will say that to Alain who seems to have a Fulham badge there. So yeah, we'll head across at 8:15 and look at the Fulham game. Second to a challenge. Ooh dear. They never go down well. Brown has almost just scored. That'll be for Preston. A fantastic goal from the edge of the box from a fast break. JC says cruising to the title. Well, that is an inarguable fact at the moment, isn't it? Norwich 7 points clear. Evening to Stephen. I think Fulham have been more competitive in recent games. They'll be happy with a point. Won't they just? Ethan says, if you had a gun to your head, do Wednesday get relegated? If I had a gun to my head, I wouldn't be thinking clearly about anything. By the way, it is Forest 0, Middlesbrough 2. Really bad news for Forest. Really good news for Borough, who have gone 2-0 up. Warnock is going to end Forest's excellent run of form. George Saville is the goal scorer for Borough. He's had a rather productive season. Saville in front of goal. It feels like he's got a handful. What classes is a handful? 5, one for each digit. No Suffolk jokes, please. Leave them out or you're going in the fake news sin bin. But it is 2-0 to Borough. Let's have a look at the live league table. I know it winds people up when I say they're home and host when they're 2 goals clear. They say, don't say that. You're tempting fate. Like me in Bedfordshire saying that has any influence on the game. But yeah, 2-0 to Borough. Spotty, but look, it was 3 wins in 5 before that. So that's going to be 4 wins in 6. That's, is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, it is. That's 2 points per game over the 6 games. If they can see this one out, hopefully Sky will show us the goal imminently. We'll go back to your comments in the meantime. As long as it doesn't cost me. No, you're all good. You're all bought and paid for. Robert, you are the king of the bin. I'll answer that Sheffield Wednesday question in a minute. I'll answer it right now. No, I won't. Quick counter-attack. Saville in, composed. Samba gets something on it, but nice, calm finish. Worrell gets suckered in, throws himself into the tackle. And yeah, Samba makes the gamble to go to his right. Saville gives him the eyes, goes the other way. And in it goes into the corner. Wednesday. They shouldn't go down, should they? But the tide is rising down the bottom. The tide is high and I'm holding on. Blondie or Atomic Kitten. What's your poison? No, I have a feeling they'll be all right. We'll see who. Let me know who the manager is first, and we'll figure it out properly. Got a bottle of wine. My fault, hey? I'm drinking very sensibly. Goal. Yes, indeed. How many have we got now, Bits? 2, 3, 4, 6. We're hankering. Staying on the fence as usual. Oh, I can't predict the future, can I? Saville, yes. Is it true that Ipswich have put in a bid for Kieran Westwood? I would suspect that would be very unlikely, but I can't say it's not true, but I can't see why they would have. Do you think Jack Wilshere will make a difference at Bournemouth? Well, you'd imagine he's been training well there, and they've just not thrown any money, in terms of transfer fees at the first team, really, have they? So we'll see how he does. Hopefully, they've written the contract in such a way that works for Bournemouth, and it's very much incentive based. Hamza is watching Forest. This is really poor now. No one seems to have any ambition to defend. Dylan says, Leeds don't play for a while. Wait a long time to put things right. Yeah, but I don't think it'd do him good, Dylan, to have that 10 days off, won't it? And he's back. Guess who's back? Oh, Right, I'm going to switch across to the Fulham Manchester United game. No, I'm not, because I'm an imbecile who can't work the blooming TV. Oh, is it on BT? What channel is... we've got BT, haven't we? What channel is that even on? Oh, God. This is going to be a right carve-up, isn't it? Right, sports. Let's scroll down. BT Sport 1 HD. God, it's going to be fun navigating between that and Sky Sports. They're now taking the knee. We'll do a bit of Fulham Man United for the dearly departed as well, and we'll keep abreast of the Championship stuff, of course. Krissy is really poor, missing cash. He was doing fine work up in the Premier League with Villa. Fulham and Manchester United have just kicked off. Hello to Russ. Welcome. Reading and looking at young Premier League players on loan. What positions, Alistair? A lovely question. Who was better, Jim Magilton or Matt Holland? Well, I could probably give you about a 30-minute answer on that. It's apples and oranges, because one's like a real proper box-to-box number sort of 8, and one's a deep-lying playmaker. Both really, really good players. Went ever so well together, Courty boy. And if only Ipswich had any players, even one, anywhere near as good as those two were, then there you go. My dad plays or played for Napoli. This may be fake news, I wonder. Wish we would get a lot more time on the ball in the comparison to the Premier League. Will he? Yeah, he probably will, won't he? It's a different kind of frenetic in the Premier League. It's a high-quality frenetic as opposed to a car crash frenetic. If Wednesday, Forest or Derby were to get relegated, it would definitely be one of the biggest teams squad-wise for that to happen to. Oh, big style. You're talking to an Ipswich fan. Sunderland are down there at the moment, big club. Sheffield United have been down. Leeds, Forest have been down. Sheffield Wednesday have been down before, haven't they? What are my thoughts on Ben Pearson informing Preston he won't be re-signing? I guess it's his right to do that, isn't it? If he wants to run down his contract, then it is what it is. Obviously, as a Preston fan, you'd either want him to stay or get a fee for him. So that doesn't work out so well. I think he's a good player, but what can you do once you get into that final year of the contract? You either sell or you risk it, don't you? So well done, Annie. See you soon, my friend. Pauno said Reading are looking at more cover at the back. Someone who can make a difference in the final third. Let's have a look at this Fulham game for a minute then. In fact, let's have a look here. And we'll see the teams. So there you go. Fulham, Areola, Aina, Anderson, Adrabio, Brian and Tete. So Brian returns. Obviously, Robinson was sent off, so he's serving a ban. Oh, Manchester United attack there, cross headed away. Pogba loads it back in. Cavani on the volley. Well, that was rubbish, wasn't it? Reed and Anguissa central. Lookman and Loftus-Cheek Cavaliero up top. 4. Manchester United, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Shaw, Pogba, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandez, Martial, Cavani. You've got to love some of these big names, haven't you? Sensational. Not fake news, because he did play for Napoli, but I don't know if he still does. Okay, Alan. All good. What are your thoughts on the positions Norwich will need to improve upon promotion? My thoughts are, Joe, that it's not necessarily the positions, but they need to, if they want to go up to the next level and not be, just too good for the second tier and not good enough for the first tier, need to break the transfer record and show some ambition in that regard. I suppose you've got a new left back coming. But when you really think about it, I suppose Aaron's is good enough. Krill is good enough. Buendia is good enough. Fulham are in here. And Fulham take the lead. Wow. Ademola Lookman is the goal scorer after 4 minutes. The Manchester United players look accusingly across at the linesman. We'll get a VAR check on that one. Everything stopped. And Lookman in behind, as we have a very nervous looking linesman there who did not flag. Let's have a look and see whether Lookman was offside or not. And Krissy has it deep. That's going to be a tight one. Could be an armpit. Good finish once he's in there. I think De Gea thought he was going to be off as well. We'll have a look at the VAR line, no doubt, in a minute. Pogba chasing through with his hand up. Lookman smacks it into the goal. We thought Millwall had gone 2 up there. That goal has been disallowed. Are we going to see the offside here? I assume it's being checked. Scott Parker kind of half celebrates. They haven't shown us the side-on picture. And it looks like Manchester United are behind. Yeah, they've kicked off. Nothing wrong with the goal. So we can update the ticker there. You always wonder with these Premier League goals after the checks are done. If anyone is watching Millwall, what went on for that goal? SofaScore we use on here for the stats. Jack. A great start for Fulham, who draw too many games. Can they hang on? I know, a bit unfair of me to say that 6 minutes into a game, but Stephen, are Rotherham, in your opinion, capable of staying up in the Championship? A friend I know, I think they need to sign a few new players to give them a chance. They'll be close. It's hard for them, isn't it? They don't gamble and make big losses, do they? And it's very hard to establish yourself from League One when you're Rotherham's size. Good luck to them. Of course, they're capable, but it's just hard, isn't it? Do you think Sonny Bradley will be tempted by a bit more funny to go to Preston or prioritise his captaincy at Luton? How old is he? I don't know. Had some weird ones there. Who was the Preston player? He went to. We just got the line there. Someone's armpit and then someone else's armpit, and Lookman was offside. Do you think Sonny Brad? Yeah, we've answered that one, haven't we? Yeah, who was that guy? It's Bailey Wright, wasn't it? So you never know. On Hurahan, I've been asked a few times today. We'll do a transfer update video tomorrow, so don't worry about that. Wednesday unbeaten for 3 weeks. Nat's loving the postponements. Alan says, we're not up yet. We're only just past halfway through the season. Well, Alan, you're 7 points clear. You got 53 points. You got the best manager, the best squad, probably the best player, the most broadcast income. I think you're going to be okay, Alan. Don't you worry. We are watching Fulham now, Bits. It's the only football that's on the TV, indeed. I can't believe it. Birmingham were linked with Tony at the time. I hadn't wanted him with all the trouble he seemed to be causing. You'd take him now, wouldn't you? Go on, great guns. Here is Greenwood to Fred to Shaw. Manchester United chasing a 1-0 deficit in this one. Maguire, Fernandez, Shaw. Clips that one in, and goal disallowed for QPR as well. So no goals going in the Championship. A couple disallowed. Emil Reese been flagged offside, I think, 7 times now. I wonder what the record is for most offsides in a game. Ooh, Fred goes down in the box there. Referee had a good look at that one. I wonder if VAR will check on that one. A bit of a retribution tackle by Pogba on Lookman, the goal scorer there. Presumably frustrated that the other decision didn't go their way. Let's have a look at that one. Ooh, that, if they're looking at that, that might well be a penalty. Yeah, I think that's going to be a penalty. Are they checking that? It was Loftus-Cheek completely the wrong side. Are they checking? I think we'll find out in a second. Pogba's got the yellow card anyway. I take it that gets rescinded if they go and pull it back and give Manchester United the penalty. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. No, they're not. They're not checking it there. There was contact there. You've seen them given, haven't you? Goalkeeper was laying on top of Cooper. Foul given. I assume that's the disallowed Norwich goal. Not Norwich goal. Millwall goal. Talking about too many teams at the same time, aren't we? Deary me. Sonny is 29. And is the contract up then? We're talking about Bradley to Preston here. It's not a rumour that I'd heard, but Norwich need to do what Fulham did, add pace to their forward line, physicality and strength. Yeah, you just need to add Premier League quality, don't they? It's all very well. The Norwich sporting director has proved himself very good at buying players to dominate the Championship, but got to buy some players to keep him in the Premier League, hasn't he? It's a clear pen. I hope they're not checking. Well, I thought, especially when I saw a Manchester United player as well, yeah, I thought Loftus-Cheek was wrong side. Slow it down. You see the contact, thigh on Fred. So I'm sure Twitter is full of Manchester United fans going mad. Is that true, Maxwell? 15 offsides in the Swiss League. The guy went off after 56 minutes. Sensational. Russell's asking about the fantasy football vids. I've been struggling to keep up, my friend. Pass. I'll try and get something. I don't want to promise and then not do them, but yes, I should do one, shouldn't I? Oh yes, I knew James Collins' contract was up. Interesting. Interesting. Man United are still favourites, even being a goal down. The Behemoth that is Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka in the right back position to Bailly. Across it goes to Shaw. Coming up half time in the Birmingham Preston game. The QPR goal, no idea if our goal should have stood, was a high boot. Interesting. Here is Pogba. Plays that with the outside of his foot, just over engineers that pass, and he's given it away. Loftus-Cheek wins it back. Right, let's check the state of play in the Championship. You can see the scores on the ticker. Let's just bring it up here and we can look at what it means in terms of minutes remaining and the live league table. So we can go by round. If you look down there, Brentford leading 1-0 against Luton and going into third. 71 minutes gone in that one. So just, 25 with the stoppage time. Same at Cardiff and QPR, which is 0-0. Rangers having one disallowed. We just heard from Noah for a high foot. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. They are holding out. And as I speak, QPR have taken the lead. Macaulay Bonne had just come on for Charlie Austin. I wonder if Macaulay Bonne is the goal scorer. We will find out in just a sec. That could be very bad news for Neil Harris, who's going to really be coming under some pressure. Rangers take the lead. Goodness me. Let me just update the ticker. It could be back-to-back wins for Rangers. And I would credit the return of Austin, but he's just gone off the pitch, substituted. Who has scored the goal? I have no idea. Willock. Chris Willock is the goal scorer for QPR. Let's flick over to see if I can do it. TV Guide favourites, Gillette Soccer Special. And hopefully we can get a look at that goal. Chris Willock on 71 with the goal for QPR, which still hasn't appeared on there. Let's hit the refresh button, and I'm sure it will. And there you have it. We were just catching up with the times, weren't we? So 70 Forest and Borough. Borough 2-0 up. Forest need something pretty quick, smart if they want something from that. Birmingham just in stoppage time towards the end of the first half, 0-0 against Preston. Live league table. Let's see, what does that QPR goal do? God, it's getting congested down there. Look at that. So reading down from Cardiff now, and this is with Millwall leading as well. So Millwall really want to hold on to that lead. Cardiff 29, Millwall 29. QPR will go on to 27. Birmingham currently on 27. Remember, all four of those teams currently in action, so that could all change. And in fact, with just a goal in any of those games, that could all change. There's no one with a 2-goal cushion in any of those. Coventry 26, Forest 25. They are 2 down against Borough. It's going to be a bad result for them by the look of it. Derby won last night. Rotherham drew last night, 22-20. And then it starts to get a bit stretched there, doesn't it? Wickham 4 points adrift there on 15. But yeah, it could be back-to-back wins for QPR. I think the goal went in on 71. It's half-time in Birmingham versus Preston as we work towards the full times in those 7 o'clock kickoffs. Willock, we got there in the end, didn't we? You have a brother who also played for Arsenal. Chris Willock, Joe Willock. Was there 2 Willocks at Arsenal? I don't remember. Tell me in the chat. Blue should be about 3-0 up, says Jay. Bella sounds like scoring every time he's on the ball. 0-0 though, and just gone half-time. Can anyone guess the Birmingham 0 v Preston score? This horrendous pitching weather has accidentally made Birmingham a somewhat attacking team. Well, Noah says, Bright who? Well, I wonder whether they'll do some kind of loan deal to get him there over to Turkey ahead of time. What's going on? Seeing some clips from Huddersfield. Oof. Who was that on the back post? Is that Sarr? It's been put over the crossbar from close range there. I think it's Naby Sarr. God, he's just got to touch that into the net, but he's stretching. He's stretching with the left foot. Yeah, thanks, Gaza. Willock, my hero for that goal last year. Yes, I remember. Huddersfield versus West Brom, wasn't it? A great day that all the Leeds fans no doubt will remember. MJ says, very windy here. Just had a quiet noise outside my garden. Oh, no. That's not what you need. We've got this bit of tarpaulin where we had a little rabbit run and it's just flapping around all last night in the wind. Not that I can be bothered to go out there and fix it. There you go. Joe Willock, where is he? Did one of them go to Portugal or was that Chris? I don't remember. I really, really don't. Cardiff keeper should have saved that. I still haven't seen the goal. Chris Willock scoring on 71 minutes for QPR. There you go. Benfica. It's Chris, was it? Smith Rowe. And he looks great now, doesn't he? Doing bits for Arsenal. How's the missus? Well, I'm neglecting her, aren't I, Jack? She's okay. She had the, what do you call the person who does your neck and your back? Chiropractor, is it? She had the chiropractor earlier and was just in the bath last time I heard, but she's probably downstairs reading or watching TV now. But I will send her your regards, Jack. Thank you for asking. Hal is watching Brentford. Luton actually looking the better team in this half. Might be lack of recent games. They've gone to a clip, actually, as we speak, Hal, on Sky Sports. Luton down the right, and just slashed across the face there. Luton coming close. Forgive me, I can't make out quite who the player was there with the shot. Almost a crazy story. Willock loaned to West Brom, of course, wasn't he? Can't get a game, leaves to Huddersfield, scores against West Brom to send Leeds up and put promotion out of West Brom's hand. That's why football is great, isn't it? You get these ridiculous storylines that if you made them up, you'd say they were too far-fetched. Come on, Sky, show me the QPR goal. Unless I missed it. Time is going to be ticking. Now, they must be into the last 10 in at least one of our championship games. Well, not quite, if you can see that there. It is 76 at Huddersfield. Millwall still holding on to that 4th-minute lead given to them by Scott Malone. Cardiff 0, QPR 1, 78. That could be a big scoreline. And I'm going to need to switch back over to BT because Manchester United have just equalised. Now, can I race over there real quick? Probably not. TV guide. Sports. Come on, Ben. You can do it. I should have just remembered what number BT Sport was. 413. Someone remember that next time. Manchester United have equalised. And it looks like Edison Cavani has scored. Fernandez down the left. Beautiful cross. But it's spilt by Areola, actually. It's poor goalkeeping. I like the shape on it. I think it was Anderson sliding in towards his own goal. Spilt poorly by Areola. And Edison Cavani sticks that one in for 1-1. They have played 21 minutes. And I really need to flick back to Sky. I bet I'm going to be missing that QPR goal right now as we speak. Willock, the goal scorer there. Let me just update the ticker for you down the bottom. It is now Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. I think Bits was saying Manchester United favourites even when they were behind. Even stronger favourites now. They've got it back to 1-1. So, big story developing then at Cardiff versus QPR. Pressure heaping on Millwall legend Neil Harris, the Cardiff manager, there. Let's have a look at your comments. Stephen says, if we beat Blackburn on telly, then Rotherham next Wednesday, we'll potentially be back in the mix. I think you might have to be patient, Stephen, with Borough. I think if they're going to get there, it might be a last-minute jobby, and they do need to rely on, someone above them to have a 4 or 5 game run that they can capitalise on at their current rate. I missed it, did I? Rubbish. Never mind. And Manchester United have hit the post as well, although these comments might be a few minutes old. Luton have flown under the radar. Joe, not on this channel, my friend. We've been all over it, my friend, but probably, national media. But that's why you guys come here, isn't it? We actually know what's going on at all the clubs, I hope. A quadruple substitution for Millwall are beginning to hang on despite Huddersfield's slow build-up play. This is another chance for Luton here. They've cut to Brentford again. And again down that right-hand side. Oh, complete miss kick there. Sorry, I've got to do better than that. Let me just bring up Luton names and numbers up here. So I'm going to tell you who's doing what. It was Cornick with just a complete miss kick there. Jordan Clark was the player who had the first chance a couple of minutes ago. I try my best, but I can't name every championship player in motion at sight. Yeah, Harris is getting sacked in the morning. Oh, someone got a boat I can borrow. No, we're not talking about the football. I hope everything's okay your end. Floppy Joe, gotta love tuning in at the right time. Cardiff losing again. Right, they've gone to Michelle Owen. Are you going to show us the goal, Michelle? Although it was 10 minutes ago, so I assume they have done it. Ben needs more monitors. I do. We could have a word with Shaylee about that, couldn't we? More monitors, please. Yes. Set play here for QPR. Another chance there. Flick header on the near post by Macaulay Bonne. Straight at the goalkeeper, but did Bruno get an assist? No, he won't, will he? Because the ball was parried back by Areola. So new phase of play. Sure. Luton are cutting us to pieces. Should be 1-1. Certainly forcing a couple of chances. Can Brentford hang on in there? Did mean national media. Yeah, thank you, Joe. You've rightly given Luton plenty of credit. They're doing a fine job to be where they are in the league. And that's a good question. Who would manage Cardiff if Harris goes? Are we going same old names? Paul Kirk, Cowleys. God, it was those names all season. Then Lee Johnson went and got the Sunderland job, and Mick McCarthy got the Nicosia job, and Tony Pulis got the Sheffield Wednesday job, although Pulis and McCarthy have both been relieved of those jobs. Go fund me for a wall of monitor. That'd be nice. There's a wall right there. We're going to build the wall. It's going to be the best wall you've ever seen. 80 minutes gone for Millwall. Don't worry, I won't do that voice again. Could Millwall and Cardiff swap managers? Well, do you remember when... Who was it? It was Pardew and Kerbisley literally swapped from Charlton to West Ham, didn't they? No more goals. No more heroes anymore. Here comes a clip from Forest and Borough. Morsey. Oh, good save by Samba to his left. I think. Oh, another chance. Fired right past the post. I didn't see who that was the second time around. Deflected as well, actually. So, all right, save by Samba. I didn't see who fired the shot. Pat Roberts, maybe, if it's down the left-hand side. No more goals to speak of when there is no hope to speak of. Would love Forest to beat Swansea so Man City can hammer them. Schadenfreude, everybody. You could do with a wall of monitors. I follow Sky, BT, all the games at the same time. Don't tempt me, but hey, maybe if we start making some money, that'd be a fine thing, wouldn't it? But of course, thank you to everybody who super chats and Patreons at the moment. We are getting there. Oh dear, Bits. No more goals. Bits bet is broken again. Why do I do this? For a bit of fun. There we go. We love it, Bits. Don't you stop. That's a good word, Hal. A hearty performance. Mad Sørensen. If we get the win, this lot of credit is his. Brentford trying to get back up to speed, really, after the COVID break, wasn't it? Let's go and check the times. 84 now. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. Cardiff and QPR. Rangers leading 0-1. A Hoylett free kick here. Dieng, good save. It's his side of the goal, but nervy moment there late on. Nerves kick in for goalkeepers there, and Dieng does well to make the save. Forest 0, Borough 2. That's 83 minutes in, but obviously the 2-goal lead, big mitigating factor in us worrying about that outcome changing. Brentford 1, Luton 0, and Luton at it, I think, pushing. We only need 8 goals in the last 10 minutes. Deary me. Iain says, I can see lots of clubs, slipping back into trouble. Forest, Millwall, especially. Did you look at getting a bookie sponsored Bits? But we could have a look at that. Bits, can you get on that, please? A bookie sponsor. That'd be nice. Kieran, we're going to talk about... So many people asked me about Hourihane today. We'll talk about it on Transfer Update tomorrow, but I will obviously give my thoughts. I saw loads of Hourihane at Villa in 18-19 under Dean Smith. So I can give you chapter and verse on the player. Don't you worry about that. Going to be entering stoppage time. Muller time, we would normally call it, wouldn't we? But we've only 5 games, 5 games in progress, and 4 of them are 45 minutes ahead. So only 4 of them coming into stoppage time. Then the chances of our lovely last-minute goal are lessened significantly, let's just say. This bet was odds on. Never mind. Hey, we've entered Norwich territory there. Do I bet on 30? No, Bits does it all the time, doesn't he? I'll just put that one up and leave that with the Norwich fans because I get all sorts. If I say anything nice about Norwich, I get stick. If I say anything like that about Norwich, I get stick. So I'll just put it up. Iain, he says, at least we won't concede late on tonight. What a game last night. What are your thoughts on that one, my friend? 87, 88, 86, 88 gone in our games that are now winding down. Hopefully not winding down. Forgive me for using this word, but climaxing, hopefully. Boyle Sports. They sponsor Birmingham, don't they? Very nice too. We will look into it. Tell them how many lovely subscribers we've got. They've gone back to Michelle Owen again at Cardiff. See if there's another chance. Ooh. Cross swung over from the left. I think it's Ojo who's recycling it. Pack, I think, with the cross then. Header on the back post. Was that Big Kiefer as well? Looks like Dieng's having a really good game. That's a good save, actually. Uncomfortable height for the keeper there. You said it, not me. Superb game. Could have won, but could have lost too. What did you think of Stoke, Iain? Jensen has had a few decent chances in the last minute, says Hal. Must be opening up there. I think we're about to see one of them, Hal. Here he goes into the box. Oh, it's going to be a goalkeeping, actually, by Sluga. Comes out and narrows the angle. I think Jensen's hoping for a penalty there, but no, he's not. He's not going to get one. He's got the shot off, hasn't he? He's just put it wide of the post. How much has Harry Wilson's value dropped being at Cardiff? As opposed to well, if he was at a Premier League club, I don't know. I really don't know. You pay good money for these Premier League youngsters, don't you? Samuel, you have to take that up with who put the previous comment. Thomas, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in that either, for goodness sakes. Second half's kicked off, says David at Birmingham. Let's have a look at these. Are we going to get a big late goal anywhere? I wonder. 89 gone at Huddersfield. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. Could be a big win there for Gary Rowett. Cardiff 0, QPR 1. Could be a big defeat there. I mean, credit to QPR. A big defeat though for Neil Harris is the story, isn't it? Forest 0, Borough 2. That one's well, we said done and dusted. Looking like that is the case. Couple of minutes normal time to go there. Stoppage time at Brentford. Let's have a look at the numbers because Hal has been watching that one for us. It looks like Luton have had some openings there. Only the one big chance. Only 3 shots on target. So it still looks like some kind of viable victory for Brentford. assuming they can get through stoppage time. Let's have a look at the live league table. So, were Luton to equalise, Brentford would drop all the way down from where they are right now into 6th position, wouldn't they? Because Bournemouth have got a whopping goal difference. Well, it's only one more than Brentford's, but that's all it takes. Middlesbrough look like they're winning. They're 2-0 up. 4 minutes of stoppage time in both the Huddersfield game and the Cardiff game have just been tweeted by the club media people from both of those clubs. Then we have to avert our eyes down where Preston are level at Birmingham. So look, at Preston, if they can go ahead and get a win in the second half and move up to 10th, and things start to look nice for them. If Birmingham can get a win, they move on to the mini group there. Cardiff and Millwall on 29 as it stands. Remember, another goal, a late goal changes everything. Luton are behind, aren't they? Difficult game for them away at Brentford, but they're giving it a good old crack from what we can see. Huddersfield losing at home to Millwall. That home record is just under threat. We're going to have to stop saying Huddersfield are really good at home because that's going to be consecutive home defeats now, isn't it? Lost to Reading, didn't they? They are losing to Millwall. And in the meantime, they lost away at Watford. But everybody loses away at Watford, apart from Cardiff. But the Watford have got the best home record in the world, I think, in the division. Although Norwich have caught up 3 points to a day. What else have we got to say in here? Forgot all about Harry Wilson. If you're in the Championship, you take him, won't you? It guarantees you quality there. Iain on Stoke there, lots of quality. McLean and Powell especially, but also dodgy. No trust in the dodgy keeper. I got in trouble for saying that earlier, but he struggled, hasn't he? I'm not getting involved in any of that stuff. Oh, big chance. Hit the post there, Preston. Who was that? Was that Reece? It's played down the line, I think, by Sinclair. No, Reece is going to cross it, I think. Who is that? Oh, is that Potts? Hits the post. Preston, unlucky there. Not to take the lead. Chris, there we go. As a Liverpool fan, Harry Wilson is overrated by quite a few people. He went missing in the cup games he played for us. James, I think Mount made him look better. Maybe. They were all really good for Derby, though, weren't they? Mount and Tamori. And indeed, Wilson. What else have we got here? Thoughts on Saturday? Only one Championship game, but lots of 3 p.m.s in the Cup. Ipswich and Posh. Yes, I've got to cover that for Blue Monday at the weekend as well. Again, I'm not getting involved in any of that. QPR have beaten Cardiff. That is all over. That is a very, very bad defeat for Neil Harris. Obviously, I'm balanced out by saying it's a very, very good win for Mark Warburton. 2 wins on the trot for Rangers. But have a look at this Cardiff form now. They're going to be 15th. And if I just bring that up, you will see that is 5 straight defeats. 6 defeats in 7 for Cardiff as Rangers hit back-to-back wins. Tom Lockyer sent off for an off-the-ball incident involving Tony. And Ivan Toney has been sent off as well. Now, I wonder, is that going to be a violent conduct one? And does that mean a 3 or 4 game ban for Tony, which is not good news at all? Let's have a look. Or no, was it a second yellow? Let's see. So Lockyer, they're showing me the pictures now on Sky. He's going to get a straight red, I think. So Lockyer's got a straight red. And Tony, I think he's going to avoid a 3-match. No, so Tony's got a yellow and a second. So second yellow for Tony. So it looks like Lockyer will be heading for a 3-match ban, but Tony will just be a 1-match ban. But still losing one of their best players and one of the Championship's top goal scorers. Is he ahead of Armstrong? I can tell you right now. Yes, the top scorer in the Championship, joint there on 16 with Armstrong. Loic Umbe-So has got one back in the 93rd minute. Middlesbrough fans' hearts are going to be beating faster. They're still playing, but he's got it back to 2-1 there. So, are we going to see the goal? Yes, we are. It's Lolly is going to cross it in with the left foot. And, yeah, powerful header by So arriving there. Is there enough time for them to launch another attacking phase? Stephen sums up what all Borough fans are going to be thinking there. Interesting. Joe says, I think Wilson's going to become too good for Championship. Yeah, that's a bad place to be, because then what happens is none of the Championship clubs can afford you and none of the Premier League clubs want you, and you're kind of in no man's land. Hal is nervy. Everyone's nervy. You called it right. Luke Thomas to Ipswich. There we go. Did you say you're doing a watch along on the Posh game? Listen to Blue Monday from the start. Oh, thank you, Tom. I've got to cover it for Blue Monday on the Sunday on the show. I haven't figured what I'm doing on Saturday. It might be that we have it on. The only issue with it, Tom, is if it's on iFollow, you're about 4 minutes behind and you've got people tweeting you and knowing the scores and everything before you. So I might watch it after the fact, but I'll definitely be covering it with hopefully Joe and David, although David is pretty busy with his work. I think Brexit has screwed over David's work there, but thank you for your kind comments about Blue Monday. Really proud of what we've done there. And someone else that'll be proud will be Brentford, who have won 1-0 against Luton, who gave it a good old crack in the second half. Brentford have gone into third position, and the recent form is just fabulous. Brentford, I mean, I say recent, it's a huge, long, unbeaten run, only losing that game to, who was it? To Spurs in the League Cup, wasn't it? Or did they even play in the FA Cup? Brentford, I can't remember. No, they haven't played. But in the Championship, it's only going to give me a few games. It's a fourth straight win there. There must be an easier way for me to do this. In the Championship, 1, 2, 3 wins on the trot on that page, 4, 5, 6 wins in 8, 9, 10, 11 wins in 13, in 14, and unbeaten as well in 15. Oh, Christ, it's a never-ending unbeaten run for Brentford in the league. What's going on at Middlesbrough now? Ribeiro, and Cafu are all pushing and shoving. We're getting a red card for Yuri Ribeiro. We'll have to see a replay of that one. Everyone's discipline's gone, as Courty Boy says. Red cards all over the shop. Red card for Forest. Yes, Tom, we've got Richard and Seb covering that one on Blue Monday after the game. Stephen's happy about the red card. Anyway, Brentford love being third. Yeah, or do they, Bits? They'd much prefer to be second. Preston definitely have the upper hand in the second half. Right, do we have full times in all of our Championship games other than the Birmingham and Preston? Ribeiro's red card has gone through 97 minutes and is a full-time. Good result for Borough. Forest's good form finishes there. And I think that is all, our Championship games all updated. Let me just put that late Forest goal, which I didn't do on the ticker. So I'll bring up the live league table. We'll cover all of this in the review stream in more detail tomorrow. But there is the live league table. Obviously, it can change. Preston can go up another 2 places, or Birmingham can go up another couple of places also. And the goal difference is not great, is it? Yeah, Birmingham, well, it would be, in fact, it would only be 1 place, but they'll take the extra 2 points, won't they? If they can get them. So there are your results along the bottom there. For the dearly departed, it was Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 0. Fulham and Manchester United are 1-1 at the moment. Another dearly departed game. They're in the Premier League. In the Championship, Norwich go 7 points clear, 2-0 win over Bristol City. Brentford go up to third, as you can see there, and their excellent run continues, beating Luton 1-0. QPR winning at Cardiff, not good for Harris. 5 straight defeats, 6 defeats in 7 for Cardiff. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 1. That'll keep the wolf from the door a little bit for Gary Rowett. Still only 7 defeats, but Millwall fans will want to see them winning a few more games for sure. Huddersfield home record just slipping a little bit. Forest 1, Borough 2. Borough in 7th. It is, if you add another game onto that 5-game form chart, 4 wins in 6 for Borough. Nice stuff there. Forest, end of a good run for them. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been the Wednesday night super stream. I'm going to go and watch whatever we're watching on Netflix at the moment, The Crown. I think. A quick couple of plugs. Patreon, please do get involved over there. Really, really does help me out massively. Super chat, thank you to James and Robert, who were both kings of the bin today. Thank you for your super chats, guys. And of course on YouTube, before you go, please hit the thumbs up button. Let's just say bye to everybody in the chat. I think we've got a few summings up. Gaza says, not pretty, but good defensive away performance. Terrible conditions. Gave nothing away. Huddersfield, not good enough to create many chances or take the few they did. Should have done cards tonight. Absolutely. Great. No answers from Holden. Oh, and listen to it in the morning. What do they say? Sleep on it. Hey, let calmer heads prevail. Swansea, Brentford in next round of fixtures. Brentford will be without Ivan Toney now. We know that, unless there's some. No, it's 2 yellows. That won't be. Can't even appeal that, can they? Some imaginative tactics by Rowett to relieve a bit of pressure. 2 wins of 16, no future in it. Plugged down the midfield. Huddersfield ponderous in getting the ball into the box. Preston go close again, says to Preston. Twitter, yeah. Sinclair 1v1. I worry for Neil Harris's cat when he gets home. Thanks to Joel and Noah. Thanks again to Robert for the super chat. Matt and MJ, Mr. E, brilliant. Mick, Leeds 2021. David, Bits, channel legend, Holden and Rowett in. Well done. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Stephen and Jack. Right. With all of that being said, all that remains me to do is say thank you once again to David, our Watford fan, David there, fan of the channel, happy to support great content. He sponsors all of our super streams, Tuesday, Saturday, whenever, Saturday, Tuesday, Mick McCarthy. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for the review show, 1 p.m. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.